everyone. I have got a special message for you guys, particularly for those of you who are not moving forward in your life right now in some regard, and maybe you've got into a pattern that I know all too well, which is this one where we get this kind of feeling like, oh, maybe I shouldn't go for it. Maybe it's just not meant to be. Maybe that thing that I thought I was inspired by isn't really the right pathway forward or whatever, right? We get into what I've now like to call excuse mode because we're afraid of exposure, we're afraid of failure, we're afraid of getting things wrong, we're afraid of it, not making the right decisions moving forward. All sorts of things get in our way, but I want you to think about where it is in your life, if it's happening right now, if it's happened in the past, or you experience this somewhere in the future. I hope that this message is going to serve you. And really what that's all about is I want you to not get deceived by your fears that are wanting you to stop and retreat. Instead, you need to step up and you need to move forward. Okay, so I am getting challenged all the time. I know you guys out there are as well. We've all got our challenges. We all think that they're unique to us. They're absolutely universal. They're just playing out in our own individualized ways. But at the core of it, it's all interrelated. And that's why, a lot of the times when I share these messages with you guys, after every message that I share with you guys, I get one or more messages from people saying, that was like you made it for me. And the reason is because we're all universally struggling with the same sort of challenges. We just think we're so alone and we're so isolated on our own journeys of struggle and challenge, but it's not the case. So with this particular message, this is one that I've battled over and over again throughout my existence. And I've just been woken up. I've just had a great coaching session with one of my amazing coaches who kind of kicked me into gear and woke me up to another excuse that I was making. And this is, like I said, happened many, many times. So what's happened is I had this feeling, I was like, okay, I'm feeling like, maybe I need to retreat for a minute here. Maybe I need to go within here. Maybe I need to just put the brakes on because I'm a massive action taker and I oftentimes can be quite impatient and I want to just get things going and get things moving. And so maybe that's what I'm doing right now, and I actually need to stop and process and retreat for a minute. And I was kind of like, okay, I want to get a third perspective from somebody that I trust, who's got a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom, and also has a great, phenomenal ability to seeing what's really going on for people under the surface. And we all need people like that in our lives. And so I presented that challenge to him, and he really gave me the right kick into gear, which was to not, abide by my excuses, but actually it was all about getting into action and implementing. And sorry, it's getting super hot here, so I need to turn the aircon on. But ultimately, woke me up to the fact that I was buying into some fears that were creating excuses that were going to get in the way of my action taking towards what I really want. And I was finding that me getting into this retreat mode has kind of impacted, it has definitely impacted all of the main key areas of my life. And I could see it all kind of playing out. And, it's that old saying that, when we get into action, that's what clears our fears. So inaction, taking no action, is what creates our fears and our doubts and our insecurities. And when we get into action, that's what overrides that. That's what actually creates our confidence and our courage to move forward to the next level. And so we all need to be reminded of these things at times. Today was another one of those reminders, and I just want you to back yourself and know that, okay, yeah, there's times that we need to go within ourselves, but it's always coupled with implementation. So go deep, but then be fast to implement. All right, so that's the challenge that I'm putting out to each and every one of you guys, because we want to do both. We want to take that time to go within, make sure that we're in absolute alignment, and then implement and take action in alignment with what we've got going on within ourselves, with what that inspiration is. So whatever it is for you, I challenge you to go deep and then get fast into implementation, and to not let your fears convince you that it's time to take a back seat, to retreat, and instead see that the very thing that you're kind of convincing your fears are convincing you to do is the very thing that's going to keep you stuck in your fears. And if you want to transcend your fears and get to live the life that you were really born to live, then you've got to be able to call yourself out on your excuses. And sometimes it takes somebody else doing that for you, somebody else who can see what you cannot see. That's why it's great to have coaches and people who are not as invested in you and what you do. We can talk to friends, we can talk to family members, we can talk to partners, but there's so much value in having an outside source that's, a mutual third party who can really just cut through the BS, wake you up and get you on the path to greatness. And as my coach said to me today, and as I'm always saying to everybody that I work with, sometimes we just need that person to believe in us when we're not believing in us. And that's all it takes to get into action and to get into gear. So I hope you've got that person in your life. And if you don't, I absolutely would love to be that person for you. And I love getting to connect with you guys. So always share with me where you're at, how I can best support you. I'm here on that journey with you. We all need people who have our backs and who are in our corner. And if you don't have a community of people who are reaching for the next level of their potential and they want to support and challenge and encourage you to do the same, they're optimistic, they're really going and getting outside of their comfort zone. If you don't have people like that in your life, I definitely encourage you to join our free community, the Limitless Potential community, where you will be surrounded by close to 5,000 incredible human beings from over 35 different countries across the globe, and they're all in there, and they are absolutely wanting you to be a part of that community as well, and come and uplift and get into action towards what you might be a bit terrified of, but you absolutely know that that's the person that you're meant to be, and that's the life that you're meant to create. So I'll drop a link so that you guys can join that free community, and I'd love to check in with you guys who've been able to join me today. So drop me a comment, say hi, let me know where in the world you're tuning in from. If you've got any words of wisdom, I absolutely love to connect with you and hear from you on that level as well. So let me check in. I've got Simon, great to see you, and Zena and Judy and Gurjeet, good morning to you, or for me it's good afternoon. And Jessica's here, and Michael and Gabrielle. Hello, lovely Vanessa. Hello, beautiful Gabrielle. So great to see you. And I've just seen Filippo joining as well. For you guys just joining me now, I hope you catch the recording, get a ton of value from today's message. I'm really gonna go deep with a whole bunch of stuff that I've just been going through with this coaching session, ready for implementation. That's why I jumped on a live for you guys right now, because that's me taking action in my most inspired way. So hope this has been valuable to you, and I really do hope that it's going to just create a little bit of space between where you're currently at, what's going on for you, and where you want to get to, and make sure that you're not getting caught up in the excuse making of your fears, and you're absolutely going to step up and get moving forward despite any fears with courage and move in the right direction. And I guarantee you, the moment you take that first step towards what you're most inspired by is the moment that you will generate the confidence and courage that you lacked before, that you thought you needed to start and begin, but you absolutely don't. You've got to start in order to get more of that momentum going. So make this today the first step, that you get out of your own way, step up and move forward. And Jerry's here from Quebec City in Canada. It has been a while, and it's so great to see you live. And Roy from Toronto, great to see you as well, my friend. Thank you so much for joining. Hope this message has served you. As always, I'm sending you guys all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. I really do hope that it's beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary, that you're doing something super empowering, and today's message has absolutely served you. I'm signing off. I'm sending you guys all of my love, and I cannot wait to see you tomorrow.